6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The President has given assent to the 26th Constitutional Amendment. The Prime Minister says the passage of the 26th Constitutional Amendment is an excellent manifestation of national solidarity and consensus. Pakistan and Indonesia have reiterated the desire to increase cooperation in diverse sectors. The Deputy Prime Minister is in Samoa to lead the Pakistan delegation at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting commencing today. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has called for the resolution of the Kashmir dispute in line with the United Nations Security Council resolutions. 41 more Palestinians were martyred in the continued Israeli attacks on Gaza today. World Iodine Deficiency Day is being observed today. And now the news in detail. The President Asif Ali Zardari has given his assent to the Constitution 26th Amendment Bill 2024, turning it into an act. After the presidential assent, the Constitution 26th Amendment Act 2024 has been notified in the Gazette of Pakistan. Earlier, the National Assembly and the Senate passed the Constitution 26th Amendment Bill 2024 with a two-thirds majority. In the National Assembly, 225 members supported the amendment and 12 opposed, while in the Senate, 65 members voted in favor of the constitutional amendment and 4 voted against it. The Constitution Amendment envisages introduction of reforms to the appointment process, tenure of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and establishment of the constitutional benches at the Supreme Court with equal representation from all the provinces. It also provides to establish constitutional benches at the High Courts. The senior-most judge of each constitutional bench will serve as its presiding officer. Under the Constitution Amendment, the term for the Chief Justice of Pakistan has been set at 3 years. A 12-member parliamentary committee will nominate the new Chief Justice of Pakistan from a panel of the 3 most senior judges. The committee, comprising 8 members from the National Assembly and 4 from the Senate, will propose the name to the Prime Minister, who will then forward it to the President for final approval. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has said the passage of the 26th Constitutional Amendment is an excellent manifestation of national solidarity and consensus. Speaking in the National Assembly this morning after the passage of the 26th Constitutional Amendment, he expressed the confidence that this legislation will ensure easy and speedy justice to the common man. Describing it as a major milestone, he said this is the fulfillment of the unfinished agenda of the Charter of Democracy signed by the political parties. He was confident that this constitutional amendment will secure and strengthen the country's future. The Prime Minister said political parties, while rising above their personal interests and egos, move forward in the best national interest. He also thanked the coalition partners and the Jamiat-e-Ulama-e-Islam Fazlur Rahman for supporting the constitutional amendment. The Minister for Interior, Mohsin Naqvi, says constitutional amendment is a victory for democracy, laying a strong foundation for a bright democratic future. Congratulating the entire nation on the approval of the 26th Constitutional Amendment, the Interior Minister emphasized that all leaders worked jointly and relentlessly for the 26th Constitutional Amendment. He reiterated that the approval of the Constitutional Amendment is the Parliament's right. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has felicitated Prabowo Subianto Jojoho Hadi Kusumi on taking oath as the President of Indonesia. In a post on X, he said Pakistan and Indonesia have enjoyed fraternal ties, rooted in shared values and mutual respect. He said he is looking forward to working closely with President Subianto to enhance bilateral cooperation across all fields of mutual interest, as well as to promote regional and global peace and security. Pakistan and Indonesia have reiterated the desire to increase cooperation in areas of mutual interest, including trade and economy, with the support of the Special Investment Facilitation Council. In this regard, Trade Expo Indonesia was held recently to promote bilateral cooperation between Indonesia and Pakistan. Business to business bilateral cooperation trade agreements and memoranda of understanding worth $10.7 million were signed between the two countries during this event. This is Radio Pakistan. The Deputy Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister Mohammad Asagdar will lead the Pakistan delegation to the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting commencing in Samoa from today. At the meeting, the Deputy Prime Minister will present Pakistan's perspective on key global issues and challenges with focus on climate change, economic development and strengthening international cooperation within the Commonwealth community. In his keynote address at the Commonwealth Business Forum, he will highlight Pakistan's emphasis on youth empowerment, skills development and digital transformation. He will also engage with heads of the delegations of other Commonwealth member states. The Minister of State for Information Technology and Telecommunications, Shahzad Fatma Khwaja, says the government is committed to strengthening IT and telecom sector through several initiatives. Addressing CNOG 42 conference in Islamabad, the Minister of State for IT said innovations in data networks, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and 5G are pivotal for our economic growth. She said regional cooperation is essential for enhancing our digital infrastructure and developing inclusive, secure, and sustainable technologies. She said our Digital Pakistan policy aims to boost governance, cybersecurity, and entrepreneurship. Shahzad Fatma Khwaja said the telecom sector has significantly contributed to our economy. The Pakistan Navy, in a successful anti-narcotics operation, has seized a large cache of Indian-made narcotic pills. According to ISPR, during the operation, 2,000 kilograms of hashish, 370 kilograms of ice, and 50 kilograms of heroin were confiscated. The value of the seized drugs in the international market is $145 million. The seized drugs have been handed over to the anti-narcotics force. The Pakistan Navy remains active at all times to prevent all kinds of illegal activities in the region's maritime boundaries. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed deep disappointment over the United Nations' failure to implement resolutions aimed at resolving the long-standing Kashmir and Palestine disputes. In a statement today, APHC spokesman emphasized that the international community must take concrete actions to address these long-pending issues to ensure lasting peace in the world. He said Kashmiris have suffered under India's illegal occupation for over 7 decades, during which the occupied territory was transformed into a militarized zone. Meanwhile, the Indian troops have launched massive cordon and search operations in Ganderbal district, leading to the arrest of dozens of Kashmiri youths. 7 people, including a doctor, have been killed and 5 others injured in an attack by unidentified men at Ganderbal district. Senior APHC leader Mirwais Umar Farooq, Professor Abdul Ghani Bhatt, Maulana Masroor Abbas Ansari and others in their statements in Srinagar condemned all forms of violence, including killings by the Indian troops. 41 more Palestinians were killed in Israeli attacks across the Gaza Strip today. Over 42,600 Palestinians have been martyred and about 99,800 injured in the unabated Israeli military aggression in Gaza since October 7 last year. Meanwhile, in a statement, the United Nations Human Rights Office expressed concern over Israel's unleashing of destruction on the Palestinian population in Gaza's north through death and displacement. The World Iodine Deficiency Day is being observed today. The day is also known as Global Iodine Deficiency Disorders Prevention Day. Iodine deficiency has multiple adverse effects on growth and development. The day aims at raising awareness about the essential role of iodine in maintaining good health and to emphasize the consequences of iodine deficiency. And finally, the weather report. Dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while slightly hot weather conditions are expected in the plain areas during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.